We're here again because we see a tremendous potential for exploring, or rather helping Cuban scientists to explore and develop Cuban biodiversity. So this morning we had an amazing experience of visiting Gallego Otero's garden and watching the results of his long-term work being put to life now by his daughter.
I grew up working with my father, witnessing all the results of his traditional natural medicines. In the 90s, he started to worry about finding someone to share his knowledge and continue his work. In 2012, he passed away. Those first 6 months, in fact, the first year were difficult, for we missed his spiritual guidance. He was always telling us, don't take that route, do this instead. He really pushed us by saying, you have to learn for when I'm no longer around. There are times when I go to the woods to look for a plant, for a patient, and I wonder, how was my dad able to endure these hills and roads at 84 years old? I am a better person because of his human sensibility.
I'd never been in such a place before. Like, I was just astounded at the number of species that they got, the work that has to go into it, the fact that it's so little people that work in this place and that have this whole thing going. How many people in the community actually rely on the work that these very few people are doing in preserving the traditional knowledge and in providing the community with the plants.
Until now, we've been using the plant species my father traditionally used by intuition.
De forma empírica.
We have a set of rapid field deployable assays or tests that we can look at the medicinal properties of these plants, including antibacterial, antifungal, antihelminthic, anti-diabetic, and a whole host of activities. So we can actually come with these very simple, safe, non-hazardous tools, very cost-effective, and bring them right here in the field.
Teach these workshops to people who have never actually been in a laboratory setting before, but who work with the plants from a traditional point of view and who want to be able to back up their traditional knowledge with actual scientific results.
So we first demonstrated how to collect the plants and document all of the important information so that they have a collection ID for each plant, as well as a sample ID for roots, leaves, or whatever part they choose to extract.
So we're giving them the actual materials that they need to do this in a very cost-effective, field-deployable, quick, safe, convenient way, so that they will be able to test hundreds of plants on their own after a very short training program.
Podemos analizar la planta completa y saber dónde está.
We can now analyze the whole plant and find where the highest concentration of medicinal properties are. For example, if we are using a plant to treat diabetes, we now know that the leaves and roots contain the highest concentration of what the patient needs. It is not so much in the bark and stem. So, the analysis provides us with a better understanding of the plant's properties.
This is what we hope we can do together with Tree Institute and GIBEX, is to utilize the knowledge which is accumulated by Gallego Otero and his family and the people who work in the garden to scientifically study and validate those wonderful medicinal plants which only can be found in Cuba, which probably can cure many diseases, and to put that knowledge to the benefit of people not only in the garden but in Cuba and throughout the world.